I had a follow-up question,
Yes.
actually. So, I can't remember the exact words, but I was listening to something by Stephen Fry, and he was saying something about how, you know, if God existed, why is there brain cancer in children,
Right.
or something along those lines?
Right.
And so a child doesn't choose to come into the world sick. So how do you respond to that?
Yes, that's an excellent question. I saw the Stephen Fry video that's kind of gone viral. Whatever evil does is it can't disprove God. Why? Because there'd be no such thing as evil unless there was good, and there'd be no such thing as good unless God existed, because by definition, God is what we mean by good. His nature is the standard of good. C.S. Lewis put it this way: the shadows prove the sunshine. In other words, in order to have shadows, you have to have sunshine. In order to have evil, you have to have good. Oh, you can have good without evil. You can have sunshine without shadows, but you can't have shadows without sunshine. So evil doesn't disprove God. Evil may prove there's a devil out there, but evil doesn't disprove God, because there'd be no such thing as evil unless there was good, and there'd be no such thing as good unless God existed. Now, so Stephen Fry is stealing from God to argue against him. He's stealing a moral standard to say childhood cancer is evil. Now, we all think it's evil. We agree it's evil. But on atheism, there's no way to know it's evil. There's no way to justify its evil, I should say. If atheism's true, we're just overgrown germs anyway. What does it matter? We're not going anywhere. We're just going to become worm food. So there's no ultimate meaning to anything. So he's stealing a standard from God to argue against him. Now, you can ask why would, and this is the answer I went through at Michigan State, but the brief answer to the entire thing, not a complete answer, is this. I don't know why a baby dies, or I know why babies die because we live in a fallen world, but I don't know why a particular baby dies. And there's something out there known as the ripple effect. You guys know what the ripple effect is? That one event, every event in the world ripples forward to impact trillions of other events in people, or billions of people, right? Yeah, we wouldn't be here today, probably here at this church, if it wasn't for John Newton and William Wilberforce and John Wesley and those kinds of people. What they did rippled forward into the future. In fact, yesterday I was at John Newton's church, right down near London Bridge. That wouldn't have been here. London wouldn't be what it is today without the ripple effect. And so a baby dying today might ripple forward into the future to actually cause a great evangelist 500 years from now to come up and save millions of people. We won't see that. We couldn't trace all that because we don't have the capacity to trace it. But somebody outside of time who can see the end from the beginning can say, I can bring good out of this even if they can't see it. In fact, let me just show you this one quote that I think is one of the most profound quotes that I've ever seen on this issue. It was uttered by a pastor at Notre Dame in Paris about 150 years ago. Here's what he said. He said, if God would concede me his power for 24 hours, his omnipotence for 24 hours, you would see how many changes I would make in the world, but if he gave me his wisdom too, I would leave things as they are. God can see the end from the beginning. We can't.